everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Every wide receiver in the NFL wants to be a top target, and two players will be trying to be that today. It's Browns Steelers going up against Watkins's Bills. With that, let's get you up to a snowy Orchard Park. Enjoy the flight getting out of there tonight. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. As we get set here, Charles, we talk about wide receivers. You know, Larry mentioned it in the open, but that's a big spot to look at here in this one.
I think he identified it perfectly because these guys have such an impact on the game nowadays because they throw the ball more than ever. And whether they're throwing it short, medium, or long, can they snatch it out of the air and create even extra yardage with run after catch?
Set to go now on a snowy day in upstate New York. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Tyrod Taylor, you see him leading out the Buffalo Bills offense. They are 6-6 now after falling to the Raiders in Week 13. Tyrod Taylor, and I said this last week, but you can kind of set your watch to him being between 150 and 200 yards passing. He had 191 this past week.
And that's so true because when you study the numbers, that's really where he is. But the weeks that the Buffalo Bills offense really takes off are usually weeks that he gives him something extra with his legs. Because you remember the Arizona game earlier this year where he took off on a couple of sorties and made big plays that way. When that happens, that's when Buffalo's really dynamic on offense, in addition to LaShawn McCoy carrying the ball.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
He may have had some offseason foot surgery, but hasn't prevented Sammy Watkins from being Sammy Watkins, and that's special.
And when we see him before the game running the route tree, looked like the same Sammy Watkins to me that we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and I think he's going to just keep getting better and better. I love his explosiveness off the line of scrimmage as he starts his routes. I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Come on, let's go! 190!
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And so often we talk about electric playmakers as we look at the offense here. Sammy Watkins, he's an electric playmaker.
Love the word you used. Electric indeed. Dynamic, and this guy makes plays and opens the game up.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Come on, let's go! 190!
They'll go again to McCoy. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Lawrence Timmons comes from a long line of productive Florida State players. And when I say productive, I usually mean spectacular.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
Check back. Let's go! 190! 190!
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep for Buffalo, the dangerous Reggie Bush. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Well, this past week, he led all rushers on Sunday, did McCoy, 130 yards on the ground, and he did that on just 17 carries.
He also caught the ball pretty well, too, didn't he, partner? Would he have 7 catches in that game?
61 yards.
And
he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. Taylor with a give to McCoy. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Lawrence Timmons, the linebacker, there to get him down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Controlling the passing lanes.
Now Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit. An illegal contact on a quarterback, the defenders really have to get in line.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's 1st down, Buffalo.
I'm often struck when I watch LaShawn McCoy play, how often you just watch him, and you almost get mesmerized by his style, and then, boom, there's another 20-plus yard run. It's amazing how he pulls it off.
Yeah, his former second-round pick out of Pittsburgh, still doing it in the league at a very, very high level. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 0-0 our score, and we're back to upstate New York after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis.